Everybody, welcome to the May 2017 edition of Civil Engineering Today. I'm your host, Reed Brockman, and today my guest is someone who's been doing an awesome job. He's been my intern over at AECOM working with me, and he is from Boston Green Academy, and it's William Cetoute. William, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
So this is something Boston Green Academy does at the end of the year. Boston Green Academy is, I'm going to have you talk about what Boston Green Academy, what's the green part? What makes Boston Green Academy a little bit different than other City of Boston schools?
Boston Green Academy is different because Boston Green Academy always tries to embody like the environment aspect of it and being like more green. So we have gardens or like environmental friendly. So
yeah, I remember last year. I remember they were doing that thing with the roof. Is that still that's happening?
Yeah, it's still there in the roof. Yeah.
So what is that? Like they were like I know they were like making like a roof garden and some other. What's happening up there?
Up there right now, it's just more so of a roof garden. So yeah, they just added a roof garden.
But they pull you guys. They pull you
sometimes,
guys into all that stuff.
Sometimes we're there, so we helped. We're always checking up on it. We're gonna grow vegetables or different plants. And add solar panels. I think the original plan was to add solar panels in the future.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
Yeah.
Are they? So they're going up.
Yeah, it's going up.
It's nice to see things happen. That was good.
More efficient.
That was some good talk. I loved hearing that. Yeah. So the internships that they do, like what happens towards the end? So you're a senior in high school.
Yeah, I'm a senior, so I'm graduating in a month.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Took the math AP yesterday.
Yeah, math AP. Yeah.
Done.
Finished
So
officially.
best time of the year.
Yeah.
So what did they let you guys do? Tell me about this whole internship.
So basically, for when you're seniors, we have class from term 1 through term 3, and then term 4 is when we go out on internships to get experience for the future on possible, like what we would like to possibly do for our future. So term 4 is just internships.
So like where do people go? Like what kind of jobs are people doing?
That's when we get the freedom where we get to choose anything. Whatever we feel like that we see ourselves doing, that's like something that we probably a career job. Then they'll just let us go out. We find it and we go out on these internships.
So I remember on the first day that we met, even before you started, when you came on a training,
yeah.
It was like talking. Your real dreams was opening up a
my real dreams to hopefully in the future have my own business because I'm into sneakers and I plan on having a sneaker business in the future. So that was one of my real dreams. Yeah.
But here you are.
Yeah, I'm here now.
So you've been coming in every day over to AECOM, days where you don't have the AP class, but that's done.
Yeah, that's done now. Yeah, I'm not worried about that.
So tell me a little bit, like, what's been your experience so far? Tell me what's your days been like coming into Boston?
Coming into the Boston office.
Well, you live in Boston anyway.
Yeah.
That part of Boston.
Yeah. It's been a different experience because like I get to actually see how like work is in the office, and I get to see like stuff because I'm usually in the classroom. So I get to see like some of the stuff that civil engineers have to go through when it comes to like proposals or getting contracts done, or even sometimes getting prepared for like the work in the field. Being involved in meetings like I was the other day with you. So I mean like I'm just opening my eyes to lots of like stuff that I wouldn't see sitting in the classroom. See an actual business.
Yeah. So some of the things you've been seeing in there, you've been seeing proposals coming through. What do you think of our whole craziness with our inspection setup and our taking off in our crazy hours?
I mean, to be honest, before, like, especially because the type of engineering, because I'm also into engineering, the type of engineering was civil engineering. I never knew sometimes how you guys can get like sleepless days and like the amount of hours you guys put in, and from getting contracts, like the paperwork, making sure everything's like set and done. I wasn't aware, even having to work throughout the day, or work throughout the night, actually on the field, looking at stuff during inspections or anything. It was just like, something that was really new to me. It was crazy. I never knew about that.
Yeah, but someone actually takes care of everything out there.
That's the thing you don't realize. It's like always stuff that you never realize that there's someone out there like looking after it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what we're really passionate about. We love that work. So all of civil engineering, it's like the Vegas. Hopefully, I've shown you actually a lot of it because you've seen some other things too. You saw a little bit of what the architects do, a little bit of what the construction managers do.
I had a taste of it.
So so you got to see a little bit of the business end, and what was that work that you were doing over in on the Tishman end of things?
Tishman, it was just like what you said. I had a taste of seeing like what the construction part of it has to do, because they have lots of ties to it. So I was kind of seeing like some of the paperwork or like some of the processes that they have to get through, them checking through things before like it even gets to the point where you're out in the field and doing the construction. So I kind of got to see some of the process of what they had to do, some of the people over there had to do.
I don't actually know what they do.
Oh, they-
and that's so
yeah,
weird.
yeah.
Our office is like a big office,
Yeah,
and there's so
it's
many
right
different
there.
things
Yeah.
going on in the same place that they're at the other end.
Yeah, I know. I had a little taste of it, but yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get on to the big thing that you've been working on. Has been the North-South Rail Link.
Yes.
So I'll tell everybody a little background on this. This idea has been out there since the beginning of time, right?
Yeah.
It's when they built the train stations way back, when they built the railroads back in 1830s, 1840s, North Station and South Station never connected,
Yeah.
which basically means, well, you can say it, like that if you're coming down from the north,
Yeah. Yeah, it was have to switch off to get to North and South Station. You can never
right.
just know.
So what do you got to go through? What's the process? What happens to you if you want to get off at North Station and get down to South Station?
If you're getting off at North Station, to get to South Station best, the only way you can really do, you get in the orange line, that's there at the North Station orange line, then you have to get off at downtown, then switch to the red line, then get to South Station.
Yeah, and then you don't necessarily have a train waiting
Yeah,
for you.
that's the thing.
at
Yeah, you
other
never
end.
know. Then you might have to go over layover and have to wait for
Right.
the next train whenever the train comes.
Yeah, so I mean that's a major problem.
Big issue. There's been times where I have dealt with it when I needed to go from place to place. It's like, it's a hassle. It's a lot, especially, and it's different for me because I live in Boston, so I know how the train system works. But it's like someone else, anybody that can be visiting. It's like it can be really lots of confusion.
Right. Well, even worse if your destination's not Boston.
Oh yeah, exactly.
If you live in Portland, you want to be in Providence.
Yeah.
you gotta deal with Boston. So yeah, it's an
Mess.
issue.
Yeah, it's a big of a mess.
So I think you were there when we were telling that story about what happened down in Baltimore. You ever heard that story?
The story in Baltimore.
So what happened? Their stations. The first fighting. This was only the anniversary of this was just a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
It was the first fighting of the Civil War. Was not
Yeah.
war.
Yeah.
First fighting of the Civil War was all because their stations didn't connect. People were coming down from, basically Lincoln wanted to meet the Union troops in D.C. And they were taking the train down. The train discontinued in Boston, and they marched through the streets from North Station to South Station and continued on. And then New York City, marched across no problem. You get down to Baltimore, not everybody was for the Union.
Yeah.
So when the soldiers started marching through the streets, they were met with rocks.
Yeah.
And there was fighting in the streets, and the reaction of the mayor of Baltimore was to blow up the bridge to the north of Baltimore.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Crazy. So, not that anything like that could happen today.
Yeah.
But there's reasons.
Yeah.
There's reasons you want your train system to be running.
Yeah.
You don't totally always want to be, you see the congestion in the city with car traffic.
It's a lot. It's too much.
Yeah.
It gets annoying.
So I know you've been doing some background. I know we took a drive out there. What are some of the ideas that you've seen out there for ideas for how we could otherwise get a train to get from Portland to Providence, say, or from Portland to Chicago?
Yeah. There's been some ideas because there's history of old rail tracks has been used or not used now. Possibly seeing if they actually go somewhere where you can link and see if you can bring those, basically revive those and bring them back to life where you can use them again. And also there's probably been some ideas of people thinking of creating a station, some type of station, because I think the distance between the two is about 1.5 miles between the two stations.
Yeah, feels about right.
There's different stuff. Some people think about tunneling, but then when you think about tunneling, you have to think about what's underground that can cause a problem between tunneling. Yeah, because that's a big thing. And possibly even another thing is finding another location, probably creating a station there where you create tracks and trains and even meet, and that becoming a new station where you can link both North and South Station. But yeah, there's been
right, having a totally different station,
different.
not running the trains. So make a totally separate station all together.
Yeah.
Not making North Station or South Station the either one, or making one or the other.
Where you can just connect. Yeah, with all trains. Yeah.
That's maybe not a bad idea. I know everybody wants to take a train to downtown Boston, but there may be other parts of Boston that could be the train hub, and it might be really good for those areas. I know some of the ideas I saw. Congress Street was a big one. Was tunneling under Congress Street.
Yeah.
But no matter what, if you tunnel, then you've got, your trains would be underground at North Station, from what I can figure, right?
Yeah.
And on the back side of North Station is the Charles River.
That's
So you'd have to probably tunnel under the Charles River.
that's where it becomes tricky.
I mean, that's one of the weirdest things
Yeah.
is that, all the trains coming into North Station, they've all, those two lift bridges
Yeah.
on the backside of North Station, they got to pick up all the time. They're traveling over the water just a couple inches above the surface.
That's when it becomes
crazy.
tricky, yeah.
So you've been working some, not only in coming out, I know you've been working hard on your own ideas for this, because we're having a contest that's going to run all summer.
Yeah.
Not that we're here to plug a contest or anything, but we're here to somebody to plug a contest to. And finally, we talked, and we got prize money for this contest. And I know what the prize money is now. I haven't said it anywhere publicly. This is my first time. But tell me, what's the contest? I know you did the website editing, and thank you for editing the website.
No problem. Basically, the contest is from all ages of basically first grade and up. But yeah, the contest is basically trying to figure out a good solution. Let's have ideas, bring your own ideas, and make it unique and fun. But find ideas on what we can possibly do to link the two train sites together, then both north and south stations.
Right, so we're not really looking for necessarily, actually we're gonna have two categories in there, right? We're gonna have technical solutions, and we're gonna have just creative solutions.
Yeah.
So we don't want necessarily a technical drawing or anything, even a poem
anything,
would be fine. Anything people want to submit.
As long as it's creative, that's what we're looking for.
So I think we picked September 17th as the end date.
Yes.
And I know that we had our outreach meeting last night, and we came to some conclusions in there. We said that for the elementary school age, there's only going to be one category. It's just going to be solutions, because we're not really expecting really heavy duty on the technical solution in elementary school. But for middle and high school, we said there'll be two categories.
Yeah.
And there's going to be gift card prizes for everything. And I think that the big prize, I can't remember the values. I think we said $50, or no, I think we said $75 for all prizes. I better check it. I don't know. But at any rate, there's gift cards.
Yeah.
There's some monetary reward for doing this thing, some incentive to do it. So our big thing now is trying to get this thing popular.
Yeah, that's what we need.
It's always a struggle. Just because you build it, people don't necessarily come. Yeah. I got to make an announcement. Anybody that didn't hear, we were supposed to have Infrastructure Day, was supposed to be on May 13th, which is this Saturday. And we decided that it deserved, we weren't giving it the attention it deserved. We decided to postpone it, which is why the contest isn't ending. Well, it would have already ended already.
Yeah, but postponed it,
It's a bright side, though. So now everybody that was in any of the contests we do, the Model Bridge Contest, the Future City, or people who don't even know who I am, or anything that the Outreach Committee does, or what the Boston Society of Civil Engineers is, all you got to do is remember the website, celebrateinfrastructure.org. If you just remember celebrateinfrastructure.org and go to that site, and you go, what do we call the contest? What's the name of that link on the page?
Which one?
For the signature contest that we're doing. It's, what do we call it? Do we call it the North-South Rail Link contest? I can't remember.
It's North-South Rail Link.
It's the link for the contest.
Yeah.
It's
pretty North-South,
It's pretty obvious when you go on the website. And you can get all the information. But I know this idea has been, there's people that have been working years on this idea, and there's committees that have been meeting for years trying to make this a reality. And I know Governor Dukakis, who I'm really sorry, he's supposed to be one of the speakers at Infrastructure Day that we postponed.
Yeah.
He's spent a lot of time making this. I know he and former Governor Bill Weld also were working together to talk about the importance of this and trying to make it a reality. So I think it would be just wonderful if this had happened. It's funny because you were looking a lot at another ideas contest that we were basing a lot of this on, that involved Northern Avenue, right?
Yeah, the Northern Avenue
So
Bridge.
what was some of the, I know this is going a little bit off topic, but the Northern Avenue Bridge, I know that you spent a lot of time looking at all the different ideas that all the people submitted in that contest.
Yeah.
So that's an area where the bridge fell into disrepair and it's
Yes.
closed and changed at a 90 degrees to
Not even used, yeah.
Yep.
Untouched, abandoned.
not touched, just sitting there. I dedicated so much time to that bridge. So, but every idea you saw, wouldn't you say everybody was turning into a nice place to go?
Yeah,
And all the
everything, yeah.
ideas and every idea. Want to tell me about a few of those ideas you saw?
I know the main factor is that they wanted the bridge where the new bridge would be a nice destination for lots of people to be, pedestrians, like walking through, including parks, museums, like just like something where, you know, lots of people like to come and spend time with their family, anybody. So that was like a big thing about it. And some also trying to keep like the history of it, keeping like the same frame or design, but just like kind of updating, touching up a little bit to make it more appealing to the eye.
Yeah, I know there was some of them. There was one that was like the Plus Bridge, where it was like two different structures coming in as scissors
They definitely were
across each
unique.
other, and it was
Yeah.
like, you know, there was like theaters in there with
Yeah,
like the stairs
theaters,
were being
yeah.
used as, and there was like all kinds of bike paths, and then
Yeah.
some people they were putting a garden around.
Gardens, yeah.
Yeah,
Involved having
coming
a
around with the old
stage,
structure still
yeah.
sitting there in the
Festivals or
garden.
anything, yeah.
And
They mentioned different ideas.
yeah, I thought it was great. I love the idea of ideas contests to solve problems.
Yeah.
And even better, like, you know how good it feels if someone's ideas turn into
That's the
reality.
thing, yeah. Giving people, having like normal people, giving them a chance to like put their opinion and have their topics out there, like something that can actually possibly be a thing.
Right, and that's what this one too. This is something that, you know, if the right idea comes out there and that right idea becomes popular and people want to do it, it can become reality.
Yeah.
Politics aside, a good idea is a good idea.
Yeah, that's the thing.
When people hear a good idea, they
support
rally.
it, yeah.
And when people rally around it, things happen.
That's when has power, yeah.
It's
Make change.
It's really weird because people really do get some power in that contest. I mean, I know that I was involved in one of them.
Yeah.
And it was the steampunk one, and
Yeah.
it had that Bruce Rosenbaum touch to it with
Yeah.
the steampunk feel
Yeah.
running through it. I love that idea, of course.
I like it too.
Not to pump my own ideas in there, but it's just amazing that, you know, the ideas that was totally open to anybody to put their ideas in, and tons of people did, and
Turned out
really
nice.
everybody's ideas that got put online, I just like read them over and over.
Yeah.
Like,
You like them? It's like
it's like that's a good idea too.
Yeah.
There are all so many good ideas. I guess in the end, though, one thing is going to become reality
you have
somewhere
to
down
choose
the line.
one, yeah.
Whatever that process may be, it's
Eventually will come to fruition.
Yeah. That area with a change up between when you get to the Seaport District, everything being brand new.
Yeah.
And then downtown Boston. Actually, that area of downtown Boston is kind of also brand new with
Yeah,
a little bit
brand
of the
new,
old.
Yeah. But you just bring them together, mix them.
Bring it together, you got that old piece of history. Remember that video we were watching of the trolley car going through, and it was like 1900 trolley car? What was the city like in 1900?
It was ridiculous. It's like you had like no type of like system, because like everybody was just all over the place. You seen people walking here, walking there, trains here, horses there. It was really old. And, like, you couldn't even recognize most of the stuff now because the way things looked back then obviously doesn't look now.
I think it even looked busier.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Like
yeah,
the city
extremely busy.
looks organized.
Yeah,
and
that's
like
the
you
thing.
can walk around and have space.
It was unorganized.
I
back
have
then.
no idea how that trolley car. Everybody, if you get time, I mean, I don't have this linked up anywhere. Just type in what was it, 1900?
Yeah, 1900s, like
1900 Boston
train
trolley ride.
Yeah.
And it's probably a 3 or 4 minute movie
crazy,
of a trolley car going through, and every second of it, you can't get more excited because you constantly feel like someone's going to get run over.
Yeah, it's crazy.
There's people in front of the trolley car at all times.
Walking in front of it, walking over it, as if it was nothing.
Yeah, and like, these horses and buggies just in the middle. I mean, people don't realize we come a long way. That was only, 115 years ago or whatever? I don't remember what exact year that video was made.
Over 100. It's crazy. See how far we came.
Yeah.
Now you see the way things are now. It's
And not necessarily more chaotic. simpler and making more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been incredible, like how things have changed. So, big question. So, you've been having fun in the civil engineering world?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah. It's been nice that I was able to get a taste to see like how the civil engineering is before I actually like, go on to do it as a major in college and stuff, moving on. So it's kind of like having a taste of seeing like what my future can possibly be if I decide to like continue to go on with the civil engineering. But it's nice. It's really interesting. I like it.
I think it's just cool that we do things like this and that your school sets it up, because how would you know all the different careers
That's the thing.
that could possibly happen if there weren't programs like this? So I would just want to give thanks to the City of Boston and to Boston Green Academy for setting up the internships. And I'm actually also on the Metro North Regional Employment Board, and we work closely with the Boston PIC and these kind of opportunities are just so important, because you would only know a handful of professions.
That's the
I mean,
thing.
the ones that get TV shows. Civil engineering will never get oh wait, we have a civil engineering TV show. It doesn't quite get the, I'm not seeing a Netflix kind of deal coming up on this thing.
Attention, but it's something.
But it's something. It's something. So I know that we're getting towards the end of our time. Is there anything you want to say about anything, or any friends or anybody in school you want to give some shout outs to?
Oh yeah, I'll shout out Miss Wilson. She's the reason why I'm even here, connecting me with you.
Yeah,
My
I
physics
really appreciate
teacher.
it. She's pretty
Nice.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yep, love working with your school. You're going to miss that place. You go off to college, you're going to miss that school.
I might.
Good place. But I just want to really thank everybody for watching this month's show. And I just want everybody to go to www.celebrateinfrastructure.org, and you can get wrapped up in that contest, in the North-South Rail Link Ideas Contest that we're putting out there. This is not only up to 12th graders. You've got to be in a Massachusetts school in order to do it, but you are registering on your own. But we're going to verify things with the school, because we want to sort of keep it kind of professional in there.
Yeah.
Also, I want everybody to also remember that we got another website, and that one is www.engineeryourfuture.org. And also remember futurecity.org. Future City registration's open. We know our theme for next year. Our theme is designing a wonderful community for the elderly community, and taking them into consideration when designing a city. So that'll be a special theme, is taking into consideration the older population in your city. Registration's open, futurecity.org. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in, and especially thank you, William, for being a guest on the show.
Yeah, no
You're
problem.
a good sport, too, for coming down and doing this work.
No problem.
So,
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, everybody, and see you next month on Civil Engineering Today.